13 witches and 13 rooms. High on a cliff top on the North Devon coast, where mists hide the headlands and gulls soar close, there stands a house that's empty, it's said, and full of the ghouls and ghosts of the dead. But alive and well and living inside are 13 witches that follow the tide, each with a window, each with a broom, each with their own individual room. When the sea reaches up and pulls down the sun, and the moon takes over as the day is done, windows crack open and broomsticks flare, and witches fly out into salty sea air. Scouring the sea with their red beady eyes, in every direction they fly through the skies, soaring, soaring when the tide's in below, but when the tide's out, they fly dangerously low. The house is crumbling and full of spiders that cling on the gates to warn off outsiders, and the only sound is Edith the cat in the cellar below, chasing Scruffy the rat. The hall is empty, just a grandfather clock that chimes out the hour +1 for bad luck, for the windows one day saw something so tragic that made the house lose all its welcome and magic. For on the 13th day of a 13th year, a 13th month did strangely appear, and a terrible storm threatened all those afloat, setting its sights on a small wooden boat. The sky lit up with flashes of lightning, and the once calm sea became terribly frightening. The sailors on board were deafened by thunder, and angry waves pulled the brave men down under. They searched for the boat which was never discovered, and the 13 dead bodies were never recovered, and the 13 wives so recently wed that night took to witchcraft to summon the dead. They bought 13 hats and 13 brooms and moved to the house with 13 rooms. They flew every night out over the sea to spot the wreck of the Jolly G. Day after day they looked at low tide, out of the windows that rattled inside, and they learned to spell to call up the dead. But Edith the cat just replied instead. Now the sea came and went this Halloween, but it went out so far that it couldn't be seen. The moon took the water to an unknown place, and an eerie low fog just filled up its space. It veiled the view from the house on the cliff, and the air carried seaweed's salty whiff. The long, low notes of a foghorn could be heard, and the feet on the roof of a scared seabird. The clock chimed once, and the fog began to lift, and by number 12 it had left a gift. The mighty torch of the moon shone bright, lighting a wreck and something white. The 13 witches took to the air, flying faster and faster to the place over there, and lying amongst the rotten timbers were 13 skeletons with rings upon fingers. The witches excitedly circled around, chanting the spell and listening for sound. Then with a crack from white bony toes, 13 skeletons, one by one, rose. Each straddled a broomstick behind his dear wife to start their happy in between life, with long bony arms encircling a waist, each which flew home in fondest embrace. And there to greet them was Edith the cat, with a house full of spiders and Scruffy the rat, 13 witches with their own private room, each with their skeleton and trusted broom.